Welcome to Rustic Cottage Co. I'm Julie and I hope you like my Facebook page Rustic Cottage Co, my group Rustic Cottage Co and my YouTube channel Rustic Cottage Co. This video is to inspire you. Please give the thumbs up, like, tell your friends and pass the word on. That will help my business. I much appreciate the time you're taking to enjoy this video. Please keep watching and let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you again for watching Rustic Cottage Co. from Julie. Have a great day. Enjoy the movie. I picked this up from the dollar store not long ago, from Dollar Tree. And what I'm doing is, I mean, that's pretty, it's nice. But what I did was I flipped it over and used linen white chalk paint and painted the actual back of it. And I'm going to now just paint again one more coat, and then it should be ready for the next step. So next I'm using the IOD Stone Grey permanent ink, and just using the pad itself and going around the edges and the corners and just giving it an older look. So next I cut a piece of material. I've screwed it up a little. I've tried to do jagged edges. I'm frayed out the edges just a little bit. It is a little bit smaller than this. And next I'm going to be using the Kind Regards stamp and the Stone Grey IOD ink. So this is the IOD Kind Regards stamp. I've used it many times, as you can see, and I'm using the Stone Grey IOD ink to load up the stamp. I don't want it too perfect, as I want my letter to be rustic looking. I push down the actual letter stamp onto my piece of material, and now I'm going to use the glue stick and stick it onto my actual board. So I have added on some rustic cloth and stuck on the board the letter, and now just placed it onto the mantle. And here you have just a rustic looking old-fashioned letter, which can look primitive. You could do it more white, and it's nice to be for just like winter time, some rustic looking items. So I have these snowflake IOD stamps, and I'm using my brayer, what do you call it, to get some white paint on and then roll it onto the stamp. And then I am pushing it onto this glass vase. And you can do it onto any glass. Take your time, don't slip on the glass, and you have snowflakes. Put a little snow on the bottom and some flickering lights. inside, and you've got a winter vase. I think it looks good. What do you think? So I have this silver tray that I picked up from the thrift store. I have a few of these, so I have a few around. I've painted it white linen chalk paint and wet distressed back. And now I'm going to be using this snowflake stencil. And I think I'm going to put 3 snowflakes on here, so maybe 1 in the middle and then half on each side, but 3 I think. And I'm going to do it in light grey, so I've mixed together some white and charcoal grey and white linen, mixed it together to make a lightish white, and I'm going to stencil these on. So I went with these 5 in the end. I think odd numbers always look best, and so I'm just going to wait for this to dry, and then we'll do the last part of this and it will be finished. So with the white chalk paint and the brayer, I just put a little bit of chalk paint on the lid, get some on the brayer, and then just put it over these stamps. And this is the Christmas stamps from IOD. It's got a snowflake, 3 snowflakes on it, and I'm literally just putting them on top of the grey part, pushing down, and this is giving some kind of texture to the grey, a little bit of pattern to it in different ways. So I'm just using the medium and the small snowflake and just putting it kind of in different places. Some of it's smudging, some of it's just putting a little pattern, just pushing down. In different places over the snowflakes. I'm liking the small one best, but I'm finding it is less actual pattern to it. I'm just pushing it down on top of the grey, and I'm liking how it's coming out. I wasn't quite sure how it's going to come out. I thought I'd see more of the actual snowflake. I think if I'd had a bigger, thicker stencil, it would have looked more like a snowflake. But I'm actually quite liking how it's coming out, actually. So I'm not disappointed at all. I didn't think it would come out like this, but I'm liking it. Back to using the medium one again. And I think I'm going to try the large one in a minute too. So just put it over the grey. And that's how it's coming out. All right, let's try the large one. Let's see what it does. I don't need, obviously, the whole large one, but we'll see how it gets on. I'm going to put it on top of this part here, like this, I think.
and just press down. Try not to smudge it. Lift up. Oh, I quite like that. I'm going to use it on this part here and just push down. Yeah, that looks good. Get a little bit more. Paint onto the large one. I'm going to do some more here. So let's see what we've got. And a little bit more, I think, here. It looks pretty. I'm going to keep going with that, and I think it'll look nice. After I'd finished, I decided to use the stone grey permanent ink and use the snowflakes again and put some around. So I filled the tray on the outsides and in between, so I did that too. I'm going to wait for the whole thing to dry, and then I'm going to just give it a little bit of a light sand with a light sandpaper, and then clear coat it, and it'll be done. And I will have a snowflake silver and white tray for the winter look. The mantle is now all completed, finished with a wintry feel to it for the winter season through January. I think it looks amazing. What do you think? It's not minimal like I was aiming for, but it never does. That's just the way I am. I love how it's come out with the neutrals, the snow, the snowflakes, and just the textures that are on the mason jars and the material of the letter. I've enjoyed making and creating this mantle this time for the winter. I hope you like it too. I'm Julie from Rustic Cottage Co. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and thumbs up. Thank you.